When I first came down, and I came as far as I could come to see the river, I was seeing the destruction. There were also bales of hay, big bales of hay with white plastic. And I said, it kind of looks like a Willy Wonka chocolate factory, a hot chocolate with marshmallows coming in a weird way.
And driving through Todd, there were trees down, the creek was flooded. Once we pulled into Todd Railroad grade, that's when we really started seeing the magnitude of the destruction in Todd itself. The building at the back, our warehouse, which stored all of our gear, all of our equipment, so our tubes, our bicycles, stored in there because we thought that was going to be the safest drive. And it was just completely crumpled, and everything that was in it was gone.
But once we got all of our stuff back here and our stuff was safe, we were set, then we were hearing reports of someone can't get across their bridge, someone is trapped in their house. We were good. It was no longer an emergency for us. We had emergencies at Todd, so we shifted to help with those emergencies. It was just me and her getting the addresses, getting the phone numbers, getting the people that needed this, and then someone was messaging us on the other end, either through Rivergirl Facebook or texting or email or Instagram. Hey, I've got an excavator. Can I come up and be of help? Oh my gosh, someone needs excavator work on their bridge to get their kids out or to, get their families out. Yes, so we connected those two together. Then so it says, oh, you did this for my neighbor. Can you help me with our thing? So then me and Renata did it 6 to 7 days, and then we're like, we can't do this anymore. Like we were
leaving here at about 8 o'clock at night. We'd get home, we'd get a signal, and we would be in the car literally answering hundreds and hundreds of messages, and we would be in that car until about 11 o'clock at night. And then we'd get up at like 5:30 and start all over again.
They quickly realized that the scope of what they were doing was beyond what the two of them could just handle. They had, social media, texts coming in, phone calls coming into the shop, phone calls coming into their phones, and they actually put out on Facebook for volunteers to help them in the office at the desk. And that's, in my mind, what changed the game.
We have created what we call Command Central inside that I was talking about, and those ladies keep me straight. I come in the morning, I give them my phone, they go through all of the messages.
There's a spreadsheet that has a tab for each project. There's a resource list. They have a meeting in the morning. It was just a really well-organized effort all the way around. And that was, I've worked in other places where it was, kind of chaotic, and they did a really good job of asking for what they needed and then utilizing the help and the volunteers in a very organized and structured way. And I think it just made it work. And people kept coming back for that reason, too.
Morning, guys. Thank you all for coming out today. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming out today. Morning, guys. Morning. Thank you all for coming out. All right, guys. I know a whole bunch of folks are still coming over, but I want to go ahead and get started. This is my list of stuff to do today. Actually, we're gonna start offloading the U-Haul. If I can get maybe 10 folks, and we can form a chain for that. folks here have chainsaws? Everybody. Okay. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got 6, 7, 8. The chainsaw, folks. We have 4 different locations that need chainsaw assistance. Any sort of tree that we're cutting down, if it's usable firewood, we just need to cut it to firewood length. And we're going to bring it here and we'll get it split and stacked so folks can access free firewood. I need some folks to do some mucking. We've got 2 addresses right now. One's in Vilas and one's in West Jefferson. Folks with ATVs, UTVs, we have 30 care packages that we need to get out to the community. Part of doing that is we're going to do welfare checks on them. I also need you guys to be my eyes. So let me know if there are roads that are going to need work that we're not aware of as yet, and if they have power or not. Okay? I'm going to just find out if they're doing okay. Be safe while you're going out there. A lot of these folks, they may have protection in the form of either dogs or guns. So just kind of be safe about it. If you see a situation that you don't feel comfortable in, you know, just say you're sorry and back up.
You make sure that happens.
Yeah, she was gonna. Kelly was gonna introduce me. You're working on that.
I'm gonna fill for Phyllis. Do you know if she needs any sort of like medications, or what kind of food does she like? Or it's hard for me. I'm just gonna fill things unless you have a guide.
So maybe not nuts and really crunchy things.
Very
she's
good.
A bit indulgent.
Okay. Like canned soups and things like that.
Yeah, for her nephew, Kaylee. So.
I'm gonna get some things together for you, and we will send it with the generator.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Absolutely, my pleasure. No.
Found her when I come back out.
She lost her shoes.
You never know what the need is.
I need one strong individual. I hate to be sexist, but I actually need a guy for this job. Yeah. Dave Mesa, he was out before it stopped raining and was cutting the trees and clearing the roads for the firefighters before they even got out. He's been working on restoring a lot of the roads and bridges. He needs one individual to help him today alongside his crew.
And this is your home. You're supposed to do for your own community.
The trailers or pickup trucks who can go to the different locations that have the trash that needs to be picked up. Okay, anything that's not usable in terms of debris needs to come. If we need to fill the dumpsters first. Once the dumpsters are filled, we'll get one of the mini excavators to compact it and really fill it up. Anything over that needs to go into that field between the train caboose and the apple trees. Any large metal or tires, we've got 2 separate piles. It cannot get mixed in with the trash, so we will be sending that out at a later date, hopefully next week. Lunch will be provided anywhere between 12:30 and 1. Make sure you guys take a break. It's going to be over at South Fork Baptist Church today, so you guys can grab lunch there. Make sure you guys take water with you throughout the day. Stay hydrated and be safe. Also, make sure you guys have completed the waiver forms before you start doing anything. So that's the stuff on the list today. All right? One consistent thing through day one is I have no other way to describe it, but there has been a divine thumbprint on every single thing that we do. We pretty much have gone from asking folks, we have a specific need for the community, and within seconds, folks have been pouring in.
And this is what was posted yesterday. Needs mailbox.
A lot of the heavy lifting came from folks from Wolf Mountain. There's several groups that came up, but we call them the Barrow Brothers, but their family, they've got a slew of different businesses, from excavating, landscaping, construction. We heard about them because somebody had said there is a crew sitting in Boone and they're looking for something to do and they can't find it to do, otherwise they're leaving. And we reached out. They came in and they've pulled vans out of the river. We had a team called Charlie Mike. They're a team of retired special forces, and they get together and they go to different missions like this.
We had a friend that had a mountain house up here, and he gave me the number to the next district over, and they seem to have enough help. And so he gave me the number to this district. I did not know them. I just picked up the phone and called them and said, hey, I heard you needed help. And they said, yes, we do. And so I came. And people have actually been praying for me and doing a job. It's just amazing how much people appreciate what we're doing.
So, and then we had another guy who just showed up, Ricardo Hernandez. He's an arborist, and he and his team of 15, they came in and they tackled the more dangerous tree work jobs. But they've also been key in going around and collecting the bigger trash with their skid steer and putting it into the trailers and bringing it back here, that sort of thing. So it's been this very interesting coordinated efforts between souls that hadn't met, and they're now family.
If it was not for the River Girl crew, they wouldn't have gotten anything done. So, I mean, you guys are doing some amazing stuff. All right, so that was my emotional part for today.
We've been at it, like I said, 3 weeks nonstop, and we've got to a point where we think there's enough resources available outside of us that we can direct rows to now.
All of Watauga County's got the power back now, and I think most of Ash's got their power back. So the big deal is having your power back, because then you have electricity to run your things, to power your phones, for your heat.
It's the thing that's hit me has been that emotional side of it. You know, the folks that come together, that overwhelming show of love and support, compassion for each other, and we had the right people show up at the right time, and they're perfect for it. It was just another busy weekend at River Girl is what it was.
Another busy weekend.
Lasted 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I think the Barrows is a good example of when we were doing all of this, you know, all we did was ask for help. And they've been a really great example of strangers turning into family.